again, it's Scott here. I've put a video together on how to pressure bleed and flush your brake system. This is something you need to do every 2 years on most vehicles. You need to totally flush out the old brake fluid and replace it with new fluid. The reason you need to do that is brake fluid is hygroscopic, which means it dissolves in water or it absorbs water. So if you don't change your brake fluid, eventually you'll get rust deposits in your braking system. Most cars nowadays, most vehicles have anti-lock brake systems or ABS systems, and it's recommended you use a pressure bleeder. Now I use a very simple pressure bleeder which you can purchase off eBay. This is the apparatus here, works really well, and the source of compressed air is one of your front tyres. So you connect that to your front tyre, let it down to 20 PSI first, and then this cap here goes on to your master cylinder reservoir. So you remove the standard cap and then screw this on, and you actually pressurise the whole system. The kit comes with a number of different caps, so you'll generally find one that will fit. If not, you can always drill a 10mm hole in your existing reservoir cap and then just put this fitting into your own cap, and then just plug it up afterwards. Just get a rubber bung and just plug it up. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. Very simple project, and again you can save yourself a lot of money if you do this yourself. Thanks.
I've just completed the brake bleeding and flushing operation, so just to show you that they still work, I'll do an emergency stop just here with no hands on the steering wheel. So there you go, that was ABS working and everything. So the brakes are nice firm pedal, nice and smooth, so it's an easy job that you can do yourself.
Okay, here's the master cylinder reservoir down here. So first thing I'm going to do is siphon out the old brake fluid, and I'll do that using my sports drink bottle special tool. Put a tube in it down to the bottom, a small hole here, and I'll just create a vacuum there to get the siphon going. Okay, there's a strainer in here which sort of snaps into place. You need a pair of needle nose pliers just to pull it out. Get the siphon going. Now that's coming out very quickly. I've already reversed the car onto a set of ramps at the back. Okay, that's empty. And you can see that's how much has come out. And then just using a lint-free wipe, I'll just sort of poke that into the bottom there just to mop up the last little bit, and also there's a little bit of sort of residue in there. So this is the first brake fluid flush for this car. It's only 3 years old, and I recommend first one is done at 3 years and then subsequently 2 years. So this vehicle's just over 3 years old with 24,000 kilometres on it. So now we fill the reservoir with new fluid. That's a little over the maximum line. Next thing to do is to fill the pressure bleeder. That's the minimum. I normally fill it up to about here, so I fill this with new fluid as well. is they have a magnetic base, so you can usually find somewhere to put it. Actually that's a good place for it. Just stick it down there. Now, so in the kit you'll have a number of different caps, so you need to find one that fits. The beauty is they are all standard size caps these days. Just need to get the rubber washer. So just put the cap on, make sure it's on nice and firm so it doesn't leak. Okay. Now here's the connection for the tyre. So I've already let the front tyre down, the right hand front tyre. I've let it down to just over 20 PSI because it's a maximum of 20 for these things. So I'll connect this to the tyre. First thing to do is check that there's no leak. So this is under pressure now and it's leaking out of the cap. So it's I'm just depressurising it because I've got a leak on the cap, so I'm just going to check that. Okay, I've just put an extra washer in the cap and I've pressurised it again and everything's fine, so it's not leaking now. Don't worry about spilling a bit of brake fluid around the place because we'll hose that off later. So now we can start the bleeding process. Now the sequence is always to start from the wheel furthest away from here. So you start with the left hand rear, then move to the right hand rear, then the left hand front, then the right hand front. So here's the left hand rear brake caliper and there's the bleeding nipple there. So take the rubber cap off the top and then all we need to do is put a plastic tube on there that goes into a jar and then open the bleeding nipple and the pressure will push new fluid through, and once you see the new fluid coming through you close the valve. So it's as simple as that. So we'll make a start. There's the jar and the hose, and I'll stick that onto the nipple. Okay, just to make it difficult, it's an 11mm, which is an odd size fastener. And now I'll put the tube on the top there. Okay, so now all I have to do is open this valve and the fluid will start rushing out. Because of the pressure. So now you can see it's coming out now. It's coming out quite fast. And it's running into my jar. And there's the jar down there, and you can see it's filling up. Okay, that's nice clean fluid coming out now, so I know that it's pushed all the old stuff out of the line. So all I've got to do now is just tighten that up. Okay, take the tube off and take the ring spanner off and put the cap back on, and that's how easy it is. So that's the left hand rear done. I'm now going to go and do the right hand rear, and I'm going to film that because it's exactly the same, so I think you get the idea, but it's not a difficult job. Okay, I've completed both the rear calipers. Now I'm moving down to the front, so I've got it up on the ramps. Here's the left hand front caliper. So the same arrangement. I'll just remove the dust cap. It's an 11mm again, so it's exactly the same process. Okay, Okay, so we're ready to undo the bleeder on this. I had to top up the pressure cylinder again, so you need to keep an eye on that. So after I did both the rear wheels, I just had to go and top up the pressure container again. So let's see what happens here. I'll undo this. Alright, so the fluid's coming out. Not a bad idea to use a different colour fluid each time, so it makes it easier to see. The original fluid's got a greenish tinge to it, the new fluid's more clear. So, yeah, you can see the fluid going into my container. That fluid now is nice and clear, so the new stuff has come through. Okay, so I've tightened it up. Same deal, take my spanner off, put the dust cap back on, and that's it for the left hand front. Now the right hand front is exactly the same, so I'm not going to film that. So I think you've got the idea of how to do the front. Okay, so that's finished now. I've done all the wheels. So now we just depressurise the system. Ramps, and then suck a little bit out of the master cylinder reservoir to get it to the correct level. At the moment it's overfilled. Okay, now the vehicle's on level ground, so I'm just going to suck some of the fluid out of the reservoir to get the correct level. Yeah, so that's on the maximum line now. Now I can put the filter back in. And the reservoir back on. Oh, sorry, the filter back in and the cap back on. Remember, brake fluid dissolves in water, so you can just hose the whole area down. Get rid of any spilt brake. I found that interesting. It's a very simple project, and you need to do this every 2 years and always start from the wheel furthest away from the reservoir.